First cast, y'all. That's a good sign.
It's still my hat.
All right, guys, we got day 2 of the Kissimmee Trail starting here. Actually, right now, I'm getting to my spot just a little bit late. There was frost on the windshield, a frost advisory in Florida. It's 27 degrees right now, so I'm sure these fish are gonna be a little tougher to catch today. It's gonna be really important to get 5. I think that today I'm gonna have to downsize weights. I'm gonna fish a 16-ounce 6-stick bait with that little blade on it. I'm gonna do, I think the split shot rig with that finesse worm, floating finesse worm is gonna be really good, and probably a fluke. That's my guess, you guys. First cast, y'all. That's a good sign. Good first fish. There's another one. They're still here, guys. They're on that same bait from yesterday. Didn't think they were gonna eat it today, but seems like they are, so that's good. Hopefully we can get a couple more good ones. Go. All right, guys, that's 2 fish and 3 casts. It seems like this cold weather hasn't really done much. The water temperature it's 52 degrees this morning, so it is several degrees colder, but they still want them. So let's get a limit quick and try to get for those bigger fish. Oh, just missed one right there. Oh. Oh my god. Look at that. I should just submit that just for the heck of it. Oh, I just had one. Oh, there we go. That's a big one. No, it's not. That's a decent one. Oh, it's like an 18. Oh, I just missed one. I was like, just don't lie to me. Oh no, he's there. He's there. Hey, buddy. Just don't freaking lie about it. Like, he was stumbling over his words. He's like, oh, this is the only waypoint I have. Only 5 seemed to vent a little bit. I feel better now. I'm gonna go catch the bass now. And I've got a lot of spots on this lake. I don't need to be fishing right here. I can move around a little bit. Okay. Okay, guys, that's a little limit. It's pretty early. It feels good to have a limit. I'm gonna go check some stuff I fished yesterday, see if there's any good fish there. It's a different spot, so we're gonna check that out and give this a rest for a little bit. Bigger bites, you guys. I think it's going to be a later in the day type of thing, and I'm fine with that. Got a limit, just got to kind of slowly, methodically pick this stuff apart and try to find those big bites. Pretty slow, you guys. Definitely need a big bite right now. One big fish for me goes a really long way. Just got to try to get one. I'm throwing the Carolina rig right now. All right, guys. Got 2.5 hours left. Need to get a big bite. We're gonna go do some punching. I'm gonna spend the whole rest of the day punching. Caught some big fish in practice doing it. So we're gonna see if we can't get them to go today. Well, guys, just missed one punching. Finally got a bite, and I missed it. That's okay. Well, guys, just got off the water. GoPro had a little bit of an SD error there. Didn't get the last little bit of the tournament, but you didn't miss much. Guys, it was brutal out there. To be completely honest with you, the morning didn't start off well. Had some additional company on the spot that I definitely wasn't expecting. That was pretty frustrating. Someone that didn't fish there last year, and I let it kind of get to me a little bit. Definitely have had that happen before. This was just kind of a tough circumstance, and instead of staying there and continuing to fish that area, kind of let it frazzle me, left and went and fished other places. However, I've had enough fish to definitely had enough of a decent enough of a limit that has me sitting 4th overall. We'll wait until the leaderboard shuts off, but I think I got 4th in the Pro Series and 4th in the Timitational, which will be 2 additional good checks and a heck of a good way to end this season. So I'm going to just got back in the truck, just trying to just rest a little bit and get mentally collected. But I'm gonna get the kayak loaded up and get back on the road, hopefully on the way to awards. Lastly, I was pretty surprised that the fish were still hitting that lipless crankbait really well. At least for the first little bit. Then that bite kind of stopped and had to throw out the split shot rig, a little Carolina rig, and with a floating worm, and I still caught a bunch of fish. So we're gonna hopefully have a good finish in this, and yeah, we'll see. Stay tuned. All right, guys. Well, it's actually a couple days after the tournament. I'm back in Texas. Didn't update y'all because I found out shortly after I got off the water that several of my fish were disqualified. I didn't know that until after the tournament when I got the email. But there was a rule that I misread where your hand placement can't be past that back anal fin. And on several of my fish, my pinky crossed that line. Definitely wasn't something that I was paying close enough attention to. It was a new rule that they added this year, and it was totally my fault for for not doing that. But as you can imagine, I was pretty down about that. It cost me 2 fourth place finishes overall. But, and I guess just on top of the day with having that extra pressure, it was just kind of one of those tough tournaments and just the unfortunate days on the water with the circumstances. However, that happens. That's the ebbs and flows of tournament life. And, you know, hindsight, a lot of it I could have prevented. I could have been mentally a little bit stronger, having additional company on my spot. And I also could have taken better pictures, and I could have taken pictures of the rest of the fish I caught throughout the day to have backup fish in case I had a disqualification. So that responsibility lies on me. I can own that. It cost me a few grand and I get those fourth place finishes. But you know what? It's early and I have another tournament tomorrow on Lake Fork, and look at the conditions. Woo! It's gonna be cold. But that's okay. This Nebraska girl's built for that. So I actually probably won't get hardly any practice on Fork at all. Probably zero, but I think this will kind of, this stuff right here is gonna level the old playing field a little bit. These fish are gonna be kind of shut down. So spirits are high, you guys. Not the tournament result that I wanted for sure, but I'm still really proud of how I fished. And again, good first tournament for me. So as always, I appreciate y'all so much. Be sure to like, subscribe if you haven't. That really helps me out. I appreciate it. Hope y'all are staying warm in this winter storm, and stay tuned for hopefully a jam-packed, action-packed tournament recap from Lake Fork. Cross your fingers for me. Y'all take care.